reply. Hit that bell, cause the tea don't stop. It's nothing, got the scoop on lock. Spilling all the tea while it's still too hot. Lakeysha Keysha, queen of the plot. Hit that bell, cause the tea don't stop. You don't miss nothing, got the scoop on lock. Spilling all the tea while it's still too hot. Hey guys, how is everybody doing, man? I hope y'all staying cool. It's like 100 degrees out there. Oh my goodness, it's so hot, and that's why they call it Hotlanta, y'all. It's hot as hell. Listen, I went to my workout. I had a few more errands to run, and I'm like, look, I gotta go back in the house. It's like 100 degrees. So y'all stay cool. Y'all stay cool because it's too hot, child. It's too hot. I need to have me some air. Even when you get in your car is like 1,000 degrees. Oh, no. Just stay in the house. I'm good. Stay in the house. But, y'all, we got to get into this Real Housewives of Atlanta reunion part 1. How did y'all like it? Did y'all watch it? Who didn't watch it? Did y'all watch it? If you watched it, put a 1 in the chat, please. Did you watch the Real Housewives of Atlanta review? I'm sorry, not review. The Real Housewives of Atlanta part 1. Did y'all watch it? And hello, everyone. As you guys come in, please like the video. As you guys come in, like the video. Oh, somebody said they just coming back from Cabo. Okay, Cabo girl. Okay. Well, if y'all didn't see it, I'm about to review it. So, I mean, I guess then you'll see it at some point, but it was okay. It was okay. I would say, I don't know, maybe a 5. I would give it a 5. I just need y'all to do 2 things. Make sure you liking the video as you come in. If you guys are not following me on TikTok, Twitch, Facebook, Instagram, and Snapchat at Lakeysha Keysha, please go ahead and do that. And I am on Twitch. I am actually streaming live on Twitch. So, hey, Twitch is in the building. Now, if you guys are not following me on Twitch, I would really like it if you guys would do that. Oh, and I want to give a shout out to somebody over at Twitch, y'all. I'm loving Twitch already. The community is so different than YouTube. I mean, I like YouTube, but y'all like, I want to diversify. Y'all know how y'all like diversify, like your money and try to make more money. I like Twitch, and I want to give a shout out to Black and Gold Beauty. I really, really appreciate you. She is a moderator on Twitch. And somehow she noticed that my videos wasn't posting. And guess what she did? Guess what she did, y'all? She took time out of her day to send me an email to tell me what to do to make sure my videos are posted. Now, I hope they're posting because I did watch a video to make sure that I'm doing it right. So shout out to you, Black and Gold Beauty, for taking time out of your day to send me that email. I really, really, really appreciate it, y'all. So let's get into this bullshit. First of all, I saw y'all, in the chat. Some of y'all watched it. So how do I sum it up? I would say for this reunion, I would say it was Drew, Kelly, Phaedra. So pretty much everybody on the thumbnail. I didn't put Cynthia on the thumbnail because I really felt like Cynthia didn't really have anything going on. But then Cynthia is a friend of the show. So I believe her not having anything going on is not really her as a person, but she's a friend. Y'all know how the friend roles go, okay? She's just a friend. So I didn't put, Cynthia on the thumbnail because really wasn't giving nothing. But did y'all get into this part? Now, this is the first part where I saw the shade coming on. Now, when they first sat down, you know how Andy does his round robin, and he's asking everybody, how are they doing and yada yada. Did y'all see when he said to Shamia, basically what he said to Shamia is like, hey, Shamia, let me make sure. He basically, well, let's get into it because y'all got to hear for yourself because let's get into it.
Hi, Andy.
From +1 to the one.
Okay, that's what it was. Andy says, Shamia, you went from +1 to the one. Now, y'all know I be watching everything. Did y'all see Porsha's face? If you didn't watch it, because, hey, you haven't watched it yet, let's get into how Porsha was looking at her. Now, I get it. They may be, having a little, tit-tat or whatever's going on, but I was wondering why Porsha was looking at her friend like that. Only thing Andy said is you went from +1 to the one. Y'all look how Porsha looked at her.
I mean, that's what they say.
Is that what they say? This is your first reunion as a full.
I don't know why I keep doing that. Stop it. Did y'all see? Let me rewind it because I think my screen kind of went up. Oh, I wish this would just stop. It's going up for whatever reason. Okay, did y'all hear that? He said, Shamia, you went from +1 to the one. If y'all didn't get Porsha's reaction, let's go ahead and do it again.
Okay.
Yay.
Hi, Shamia.
Hi, Andy.
From +1 to the one.
I mean, that's what they say.
Is that what they say? This is your first
Did y'all get into that? Like, that didn't look like a friend. Like, Porsha was like, Porsha's a shade. Porsha was like, bitch, please. Porsha, like, you are not the one. Cut. Porsha is that. I was like, ooh, Porsha. Porsha is starting the bullshit. Okay, now, Andy went into, obviously, Britt not being there. But listen, I know Britt is not on the show, but did anybody happen to see Britt posting on social media? Like, was it just me? I'm just like, Britt got some problems, y'all. Did anybody see Britt posting on social media? I know it just wasn't me. If y'all saw Britt posting on social media, just put a 1 in the chat, because if y'all didn't, we're going to get into it because Britt is giving a little bit of delusion. So did anybody happen to see what Britt posted on social media? I guess y'all didn't. Okay, well, let's get into it. Y'all ain't got to see it. Okay, so listen, Britt is, she's going through something because if y'all recall, after the reunion aired, this is what Britt posted. So listen, Britt, you were not on the reunion. You didn't show up. The reunion has taped weeks ago. So now we get to see the reunion. We don't give up about what you got, what you would have wore. Let's look at this. Look at this. Britt is delusional. Like, what? Can somebody look at this? Look at this. Look at this shit. I don't understand, Britt, why we needed to know what you would have wore and you didn't even show up. Can somebody make this make sense? Britt also posted, as I close this chapter, I want to thank everyone who supported me, my friends, my followers, my amazing team. What team? Because Kelly said you did not have a team, Britt. And everyone who defended my name. I decided to walk away from something that no longer serves me because I chose peace over destroying my mental. It's very easy to say what I should have done when most have not walked a day in my shoes. I choose me, and a lot of people can't say they choose themselves. I still have a lot of healing left to do, but you can't heal in the same place that made you sick. I don't owe anyone closure. I only owe it to myself. I do what's best to me. My journey here is done. What the is Britt talking about? What are you talking about, Britt? You were hurt before you came anywhere close to Real Housewives of Atlanta. What, can somebody help me out? What the hell is Britt talking about? And if we get into the post, y'all, let's get into it. This is what the girl posted. She's clearly giving delusion. No Britt, no reunion. Girl, are you kidding? She posted no Britt, no reunion. What the hell does that mean? Ma'am, we did not know who you were until you came on this show. This show has been going on for the last 16 years. Now, I don't know about y'all, but I don't care to see her dress. Girl, you didn't even show up. So why do we want to see what you would have wore? I mean, do y'all get this? This not giving anything for me. But y'all know what I got out of this? I got exactly what the ladies were saying about her. She's definitely, to me, an attention seeker because you did not show up, but you want to show us what you would have wore. Keep it, Britt. We don't care. At least I don't care. Now, Drew goes into disclosing that, Britt had told her that she was, I guess, going to be sued. And it gets me to the point where I don't know if y'all had heard the speculation, but they did say that Drew was the one allegedly that gave Kenya the information for the picture. But they're saying that Drew allegedly had something to do with it, which is very interesting because if she didn't, why would Britt be telling her she gonna hear from her lawyer? Okay, now just catch that tea because they're saying that, Drew has something to do with it. Okay. As y'all come in, make sure you guys are liking the video. Then thank you. Now, Porsha starts to speak on her damn divorce, okay? She speaks on... Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, so Porsha goes on to speak on her divorce. She really didn't go into it, but she kind of speaks on her divorce. She speaks on the house and basically saying, that was one of the things that was kind of the only thing that she would have gotten out of the divorce. But I don't think that's necessarily true because she was awarded the house. Obviously, she has to refinance it in her name. She was awarded a vehicle that he has to pay. She was awarded the monthly sums that he has to pay her. But again, like we already talked about this, that don't mean the man gonna pay it. So I think she was awarded some things. The fact, or if he's gonna pay or not is a whole nother subject. Now, Andy says, asks Porsha, was she the one that called ice on Simon? Okay. Now, here's the deal. And everybody is with the same theory. And I believe she did. I really believe that she did. But I honestly believe that she didn't know the result of her actions. Because think about it. You dating a man that, or, somebody that you really don't like anyway. And if, he's here illegally, you getting them deported. You're not thinking that if this joker get deported, that is somehow going to affect your money. So Porsha is saying that all of that is a lie, that she did not call ice on Simon, but I think that she did. Now, I believe she did. Y'all get into this right here. Let's get into this. Now, I shouldn't say that anybody because some of y'all said you didn't even watch it yet, which is fine. Okay, now we get into the situation between Shamia and her husband, Porsha and Simon. And the question was, did Shamia introduce Porsha to Simon? And y'all already know what Shamia had to say. Shamia says absolutely not. Okay. But here's the thing. And I'm going to bring up the receipt. Just give me a second. Because Shamia says she did not introduce Porsha to Simon, if y'all recall. So she says she did not introduce those two together. Now, here's the deal. Porsha goes in to say that Gerald and Shamia, Porsha goes into saying that Gerald and Shamia wanted to address the rumors about Simon allegedly not having the amount of money that he portrayed to have. Okay. So basically what Porsha is saying, Shamia and her husband wanted to find out was if Simon was a real scammer. Was he really a scammer? Did he really have the money that he said that he had, okay? Because they thought that maybe, he was, they didn't know. They just wanted to know if that was true. Now, Porsha speaks on her due diligence. Of course, she got a prenup, right? So what Porsha stated is pretty much she verified it. So the money that Simon says that he has is actually true. That is what Porsha said. Porsha said that they got their attorneys. She got attorneys. Remember, they did the prenup. They did the prenup, and what Porsha stated is pretty much with the attorneys, she was able to pretty much verify everything, right? Now, let's get back into the situation. Did Shamia introduce Porsha to Simon? I'm going to bring up something because this is going to be important. Give me a second, y'all. Because the issue here, and it seems like the issue is Simon was married, okay? And because Simon was married, Shamia don't want that smoke for introducing a woman, well, her friend, to a married man. Now, there's a tweet out there where Porsha actually tells Shamia, thank you for introducing me. I'm going to have to find it later, y'all. I'm trying to look for it. But there is a tweet out there of Porsha thanking Shamia for introducing her to Simon. And I don't know if y'all remember that, but I have the tweet, but I'm going to keep moving on and I'll bring it up later. There's a tweet out there where Shamia says, Porsha says, thanking Shamia for hooking her up and introducing her to Simon. So if Shamia didn't introduce Porsha to Simon, why would Porsha send that tweet? Keep in mind, y'all, Porsha sent this tweet years ago. So it's not something that she just, sent. This is something from years ago. It makes no sense. And it really seems as if Shamia actually did introduce Porsha to Simon. And we're going to get more into that as we talk about the show, because Porsha was asked that same question. And in so many words, she said yes, she paused, and then she said no. So let's keep going. Now, Kelly and Porsha has this thing going on with, I guess with their, relationship. So it comes up, if y'all remember, Kelly asked Porsha, did she take that lady's husband, right? That came up. Did she take the lady husband? Porsha thought it was disrespectful because basically she you wasn't trying to ask me privately. You were really trying to be funny. Then they get into the situation about their marriages. Now, it became an issue because Porsha's like, wait a minute, Kelly, I talked to you about my marriage and we kind of agreed that we were going through the same thing. And Kelly said, wait a minute. Don't compare my marriage to your marriage. Kelly like, girl, I was married for 11 years and you were married for 11 months. Don't do that. What y'all think about Kelly saying that? I mean, they both were married. I feel like they both were going through stuff, but it was given. Kelly just don't mess with Porsha like that, because Kelly said, listen, girl, don't compare my marriage to your marriage. I was married for 11 years. You were married for 11 months. And I was like, ooh, Kelly, why you had to say that? But I believe what Porsha was saying is, girl, we talked about our marriages. We talked about the stuff that we were going, that were going on in our marriages. So we actually had a conversation. But Kelly was like, girl, no, no. Don't compare. We ain't the same. We're not the same. I think Kelly feels like that about Porsha because I believe Kelly knows that Portia's marriage was simply for her to get something out of this man. Because why would Kelly basically say, girl, don't compare our marriages together. We are not the same. So I feel like Kelly just has more information, and I'm sure she probably got it from Shamia. Now we get into Porsha. Andy, like, why did you say you would F Charles? First of all, Porsha, why did you say that? For one, you already got a bad name, girl, because fans believe that you got with Fallon's husband. Like, Porsha, girl, why did you do that? Okay. Porsha, of course, deflects and goes on to say, well, at the time that I did it, Angela apologized to her first. And I'm just like, girl, you are deflecting. You said that you was going to F that one woman husband. So Porsha went on to say, obviously she had apologized to Angela, and would apologize again. But I didn't like the fact that she started to deflect and said, well, wait a minute, Angela had apologized to me first. And I'm just like, girl, you did say that you wanted to F that woman's husband, okay? Now, Angela, I'll just say that, Shamia. Okay, now let's get back into this. Because remember, we started talking about Shamia introducing Porsha to Simon. Remember, we were talking about that. Now, Angela and Porsha gets into a conversation. So they're talking. And throughout this conversation, Angela goes into say, obviously, she said whatever she had to say to Porsha with regards to Porsha's, saying, that she wanted to F Charles. And, Angela pretty much said, well, girl, I had really just asked you about, the situation between Simon and Fallon. Now, Angela goes on to say that Shamia confessed that she actually introduced Porsha to Simon. Now, during this time, as she was saying this, Porsha was asked, like, Porsha, did Shamia introduce you to Simon? Okay. Now, what Porsha did is she gave us a pause. And you know what I meant that pause to be? I meant that pause to be that Shamia, in fact, did introduce Porsha to Simon, and that Porsha did not want to bust her out because she could have just said no. Porsha says, no. And Andy's like, well, wait a minute. What's the long pause for? What really? Like, and we're gonna get into it because I didn't understand the long pause. It almost seemed as if Porsha was telling on Shamia. Let's get into it.
Take that woman's husband. And Shamia says she introduced you to Simon.
No, I didn't say that. Hold on. I've never said I introduced Porsha to Simon.
Okay, so pay attention to Porsha's demeanor because Shamia, I think Shamia is a liar. And to me, she is exactly like Porsha. I can really see why they're friends. Now, pay attention to this that's finna go down.
They themselves have even said that they met in each other's DMs.
I heard that too. I heard that you introduced
You hear a lot of stuff. I'm telling.
Are y'all watching Porsha's face and her eyes and all of that? Like, yeah, this is really giving that Shamia has something to do with hooking Porsha up with that lady's husband. Porsha is rolling her eyes. She's not quickly to defend, to say, wait a minute. No, Shamia, watch.
I'm telling you now, I did not introduce them.
In Nashville, you said, I introduced Simon to Porsha.
No.
She's my best friend.
No, I
and
didn't.
then you went
I
on
definitely supported Porsha.
Okay, pay attention, guys. Pay attention.
For sure with Simon. I thought they were a beautiful couple, and that's what it was.
That's
no.
what you said.
Did Shamia introduce you to Simon?
Listen.
Well, but why?
Okay, what was that? Somebody help me out. Porsha, did Shamia introduce you to Simon, girl? Yes or no? What's the pause? What is that? I feel like Porsha did that shit on purpose.
Why did you pause? Did she introduce you?
No.
What was that? What the hell was that? If Shamia didn't introduce you to Simon, did Shamia introduce you to Simon? No. She like, no. What was that? What was that? What was that? Y'all, I'm about to pull this tweet up. I got to pull this tweet up. There's a tweet. I know I have it. Just give me a second here. There is a tweet. All right, give me a second, y'all. Let me see if I can find it. Okay, y'all, I may have to find it later. I know I have it, but anywho, there is a tweet that Porsha sent out years ago. And then Shamia replied and said, I think she said it was up and stuck. So if you didn't introduce her, it really seems like you do. And I believe that, Shamia is trying to pretty much wiggle her way out of it simply because Porsha was, people are saying that Porsha was messing with that man when he was married, because I just don't understand why Porsha would consistently, I mean, she said it once, and then when asked this time, she's just sitting there like, I don't know, what should I say? So, I mean, and that's kind of what makes it look guilty. Maybe Shamia introduced them after they got a divorce, but the fact that, Shamia seeming like she want to cover this up makes her look really, really guilty. It just makes her look guilty. So from me and what I look like, I feel like Shamia is a liar. I mean, that's kind of what it feels like. And here's the deal, though. As we get on with the part 1 reunion, Porsha calls her a liar. She calls Shamia a liar. That's what she says. Okay, so did Shamia hook that lady up, Porsha, with that lady husband? It seems like it. It really, really seems like it. Now, Andy goes on to ask Porsha about the relationship with Dennis, pretty much because people like, listen, some of the people were saying, hey, I like Porsha and Dennis. Porsha, are you going to get back with Dennis? Are y'all going to have another baby so your daughter can have a playmate? This is what the viewers are asking. So Porsha is like, no, we're co-parenting pretty much. I was going through so much. And Dennis, he just came in and helped me out. And I'm sorry, girl, it's given that you and Dennis is still doing the do. Now, I get it. Y'all can be cordial, but her and Dennis relationship don't give that. It just don't. It gives a little bit more is what I get out of that. It doesn't seem like that. But listen, it gets even funny because Kelly goes on to say, basically, Porsha got Dennis in that man's house. Now, here's the deal. I totally understand what Kelly is saying, because it's not that Porsha can't have Dennis come over to the house. Obviously, they got a daughter together. He needs to pick up the daughter. But it seemed like y'all playing games. Y'all all in this man's house. You cooking. It seemed like y'all got something else going on. I'm just saying, it don't seem like a co-parenting relationship. It seemed like y'all still, that's what it seemed like to me. I'm just saying. So Porsha gets heated like, wait a minute. What you say? What you say, girl? What did you say to Porsha? Like, what you say, Kelly? Because Kelly was like, in that man's house, girl, you are in that man's house, flousing around with your baby daddy, and y'all seem like y'all screwing. That's what it seemed like. That's what Kelly said. Kelly, like, in that man's house. Porsha, like, no, it's my house. Porsha, like, it's my house. Porsha, I hope that you can refinance it, because right now it's not your house. It's actually Simon's house. The thing about it, y'all, that is so crazy. Porsha acts like she has a house with no mortgage. Girl, you got a bill. That's what you got. You have a bill, honey. You have a bill. So Porsha's like, it's my house, which is kind of given that, that's, whatever. Porsha is like, it's my house. And then she goes on to tell Kelly, where's your house? Which is like, where your house at? And then obviously Kelly is like, listen, I sold my house, because if y'all, follow the story, Kelly was married. She got a divorce. She talked about selling her house, which is typically what happens in a marriage situation. But of course, Porsha didn't marry Simon for love. It was all a hookup to gain things that she couldn't afford on her own, right? So Porsha asked Kelly, where your house at? And Kelly was like, well, I sold it. And anyways, I wouldn't feel comfortable bringing another man into a house, really is what she's saying, that I had with my husband, when I could totally understand it. Because listen, you married, you have your marital home. If y'all get a divorce, I'm gonna be honest, I don't want the house either. I just need to move because, you know, you got a lot of memories in there. But, you know, when you're a gold digger and you're trying to come up, you don't give a damn about the memories because you never liked the person anyway. It was all a scheme and a scam that Todd set up, okay? Todd set up, okay? So Porsha goes on to tell Kelly, well, you should have had a better prenup. And I'm just like, what? Porsha's like, you Kelly, you should have had a better prenup. Porsha, you should have had a better prenup. Most people ain't marrying people to sell ASS on the low, honey, because I think that's why, you know, Kelly probably didn't have a prenup, because she married for love. She wasn't marrying for stuff. So Porsha like, girl, you should have had a better prenup. That's what you should have did, because if you would have had a better prenup, you would actually get to, you know, refinance the house into your name, because Porsha, you ain't got shit but a bill. Porsha acts like she has come up, and it's just like, it's given. It's just given, Porsha. You ain't got nothing up here. Nobody wants to pay a $50,000 mortgage by themselves but you. You can have that damn house, okay? Now, Drew said in an interview, which I feel like was so accurate. This was so accurate. Drew said, for one, Porsha was brought back and it was a flop. And I think we all agree, Porsha, it was a flip-flop. Porsha was a flop. You ain't married. You can't film in your house. Girl, what you here for again? We wanted to see a married lady with her husband, not a hoe trying to, you know, steal from elderly. Like, girl, this is not what we wanted to see. So Drew is like, wait a minute, Porsha was a flop. So Drew did an interview and said, listen, Porsha was a flop. She didn't give what it was supposed to give. She was brought back. She was supposed to showcase her life, her marriage, only to find out the hoe can't even film in the house she lives in. So Porsha's like, well, wait a minute, Drew. You made those statements about me. And Drew was like, yes, I stand on it. I stand on everything I said, because for the simple fact, you were brought back to do something that you couldn't do. And because you couldn't do it, Porsha, you know what you did? You picked a fake beef with me. You picked the fake beef with me because you didn't have a storyline. And then Drew wraps it up even more. She says, and guess what, Porsha? Simon said that you don't have no damn storyline. Your husband, your ex-husband now, said you ain't got no storyline, ho.
Only whose house? It's my house.
Well, y'all house.
Well, did you have your house? You had to sell yours,
listen,
didn't you?
I moved right out my house, honey. I didn't want another
but I
man
don't have
in my
to.
house.
Well, you should have had a better prenup.
I'm happy.
Well,
at
good.
peace.
I'm glad you look it.
Good. Thank you.
Porsha told her she should have had a better prenuptial agreement, because if you would have had a better prenuptial agreement, Kelly, possibly you could have got the house you and your husband was living in, and then you could have refinanced it in your name. Girl, don't nobody want that but you.
Maxine from Boulder, Colorado said, Drew, you said on a recent podcast that Porsha's return was a flop and a try-hard.
Yes, I have to agree. And I think a lot of people agree. Porsha's return was a damn flop. Like, come on, y'all. We at least wanted to be able to see the house. Like, I wanted to see it. I wanted to hear about her marriage. I wanted to hear about all of that. I thought Porsha was happy. I thought she was in love. To come to find out, she wasn't doing nothing but trying to get some money out this man. That's all she wanted. She never loved him. She didn't love this man. She didn't love him. And this is what Drew said.
Porsha was brought back to deliver a lifestyle that she could not deliver. It felt very flat. It was giving flop.
And hey, I have to agree with Drew. Porsha came back to give something that she couldn't give. Porsha, you did not deliver. You did not give. Girl, we didn't get anything out of this. Absolutely nothing. Okay. Now, one of the things that Porsha did admit, which I mean, at least, she did, admit one thing. She admits that she did not think that Drew was messing around with Dennis, which goes into Porsha is a liar, because this entire storyline and this beef that she went back and forth with Drew about, it goes to show that she knew it was a lie, because she pretty much said she didn't believe that Drew and Dennis was messing around. And I've been told y'all that. I said, that's a whole lie. I said, that is a lie. Dennis and Drew do not have a real relationship going on. Okay. Now, Drew goes on to say Porsha is a liar because she knew the whole time that her and Dennis nothing was going on. And I told y'all that. I told y'all that that was a whole lie. Dennis and Drew never ever had anything going on. And, judging from what Drew is saying, Porsha knew this already. Now, y'all, this is the part that kind of gets a little deep. Porsha called Shamia a liar. And I was like, yeah, I get that. Shamia, I believe, is in fact a liar. So let's kind of get into that. I'm going to show that little snippet. Where my little, oh, there you go.
My house, I simply asked, are you dating Dennis, right? All y'all came back and said that I said, are you effing Dennis? Then when I met...
Okay, so with that, so this is what happened there. So Porsha stated that she never asked Shamia to go asking Drew had she been sleeping with dentists. Now, Shamia calls Porsha a liar, and Porsha calls Shamia a liar, because Shamia said, you never told me that I couldn't ask Drew, was she sleeping with Dennis, which kind of goes into their friendship. For one, we know Shamia did ask Porsha that, Shamia did ask Drew about the Dennis situation, but Porsha like, girl, I never asked you to do that. And then Shamia is like, girl, we never really had that conversation. So it kind of goes to what type of real relationship they really got. Because Porsha is like, girl, stop lying. I never told you that. And I was just like, well, why are y'all even arguing about this? So it was really showing the true essence of a fake ass friendship, because yeah, I don't believe it. What y'all saying in the chat? Oh yeah, Kelly did say, don't compare apples to peaches. 11 years versus 11 months. Absolutely. Absolutely. Now, with regards to, the situation, obviously, between Drew and Dennis, does Porsha owe, Drew an apology? Obviously, Porsha gets up and hugs Drew. And then Angela Oakley is like 15 episodes in, like, girl, you should have did that. Because here's the deal. Porsha could not film in the house. She had nothing going on. And Drew was the only person she had to pretty much mess with, come after, to, come up with this bullshit storyline, girl, because you knew that Dennis was never doing anything with Drew. And also, y'all, as we get into that fake ass, what was that? The text message. If y'all recall, on the episode, Porsha allegedly read this text message, but on the reunion, she states that she read only Dennis's text message. She never even read Drew. So Porsha she full of shit. She is full of shit. Okay. Now, Porsha goes on to say that she admits that this entire season that she was pretty much in a fight, because she had her marriage going on, her divorce going on, and everything was going on. Porsha is the victim. And y'all know what I came up with, though? Wasn't this the exact thing that she said last time when she left? Remember, it was the Bolo situation where she was saying, it was a lot going on. So y'all know what I came up with? Porsha is also a liar, and she does not like to take responsibility. I get it, Porsha. You had a lot going on, but girl, you could have maximized that. You could have made, set yourself up for next season to make more money if you would have even talked about it. She didn't necessarily have, she could have said my husband. She didn't have to even bring up his name. In all honesty, Porsha did not want to talk about her life. And if y'all pay attention, she does this same shit every season. Even a situation with Bolo, she never wanted to talk about that. So it's like, I don't even understand like what they expect from Porsha, because she really gives the same thing each and every time. Now, here's another thing, y'all. How did y'all feel about what Kelly said about Britt? Here's my deal. When Kelly and Britt came on this show, I know they said that they had only been knowing each other for a year, but judging from how Kelly stood up for Britt, I thought that they had, a real established friendship. Now, what threw me for a loop is listening to Kelly speak about ending her friendship with Britt. And in all honesty, I feel like Kelly is probably not going to be a good friend. I feel like Kelly is a flip-flopper, because I feel like her relationship with Britt was solely based on the show, maybe. And when she saw people not liking Britt, I think she jumped ship. Now, she speaks on extending her people, meaning her stylist, makeup, and all of those different people to Britt. But then she said Britt wanted her people indefinitely. And I'm just like, okay, but is that a reason to, break up with your friend? But then she goes on. She talks about, obviously her divorce. She says Britt wasn't there. Okay, I get that, but I don't know if that's, is that a reason to be like, we're not friends no more? Because, she could have been going through something. Well, then Kelly gets into all of these expenses, these things that she, provided to Britt. And I always feel like this. Don't ever give somebody something that you want back. So I feel like Kelly gave Britt all of these different things with hopes of Britt possibly doing the same for her. And it didn't happen. Because I get it. She talks about, spending $1,000 on this and yada, yada on this. And I feel like, okay, you spent that. So now it's a problem because it wasn't reciprocated. Don't give people something that you want back. Okay. So I don't know. I just kind of didn't. It seemed like Kelly is going to end up being a bad friend. That's just my thought. Now, it gets a little bit weird again between Shamia and Porsha, because they bring up the alliance, and y'all know how these reality shows work, where they kind of, form these alliances. And it simply means we are going to band together, and regardless of what, we going to have each other back. That's pretty much what the alliance is. Now, Porsha started throwing all their ass under the bus, because Porsha said, listen, I'm not in an alliance. I was never a part of an alliance. The alliances ruin the shows. And Porsha was like, and this ruined this show. So Porsha is clearly trying to deflect and act like she don't know what a damn alliance is, when she most definitely has been a part of an alliance on this show right here. Okay. Now, her and Shamia kind of get into, a back and forth or whatever. Porsha, obviously, she interrupts Shamia's like, I'm not in an alliance. And then Shamia's like, wait a minute. I was building a relationship with Kelly and Britt, and then you and me. And she said that was going to be our alliance. And Porsha like, girl, I don't know nothing about that. Porsha like, girl, I don't know nothing about that. Okay. So Porsha is, seemingly again calling Shamia a liar. Like, girl, I was never a part of that. But in all honesty and all fairness, in watching the show, we don't know what they're doing that they don't show us. It really seemed like in the beginning that Shamia was really trying to stick up for Porsha. If y'all remember, they were saying that Porsha was a, she was, she had took that lady husband. They were saying, listen, this is the type of person she is. And Shamia was like, well, how do you know this? You should. So it just seemed like Shamia really was sticking up for Porsha. So I kind of can understand what Shamia was saying when she was like, girl, I was really trying to form this alliance for us four. But Porsha like, nah, girl, I didn't. Nobody told me about that, okay? Now they started, talk to Angela about Charles. If y'all recall, they have been dragging, Angela and her husband. It seemed like they really want Angela's husband because it seemed like they got more to say about Charles than Angela. And I'm like, why are y'all always talking about this lady husband? It just doesn't make sense. So of course, Kelly, this is a great time for her to apologize to Angela for the comment that she made about Charles having a baby. Okay. Kelly, shut the hell up, because you got a security guard to keep this man from whooping your ass. So the fact of the matter is that you teasing somebody else, Kelly, stop it. Okay. Stop it. Stop it. Kelly goes on to say that Britt is a liar, which I believe it. She goes on to say the comment made about the abortion was a lie. And she felt like that came from one of the people that she kind of borrowed Britt, like a stylist or something. But she said that was a total lie. And I mean, girl, if it was true, that's your business. Like, I think that was a tacky comment anyway. Kelly, now, if y'all recall, Kelly recently, it came out that she owed $200 and something thousand. Whatever it is, here's the deal. Kelly gives, or try to give, that she rich, and it gives that she is struggling, broke, and wants to look like she's rich. And I don't understand why these motherfuckers down here always want to make it look like they something that they ain't. Okay. Kelly, pay your fucking bills, girl. You're being sued, okay? So Kelly speaks on her divorce, talking about it cost her $200,000. I get it, Kelly. But yet, you are getting a freaking spa for your dog, buying your daughter all these purses. Kelly, sit your funny face ass down. Now, I like Kelly, but Kelly needs to sit down. She keeps doing this weird shit with her face. She acts like she's rich and she live in a townhouse. Girl, go sit down. You regular schmegler. So Kelly is getting on my nerves too. Okay. Now, Porsha goes on to say that Kelly is a liar too, and that all the stuff about, if y'all recall, Kelly said her husband was abusive and he had threatened her. Now, I believe it. I believe that man is exactly, because have y'all saw that motherfucker? Have y'all saw Kelly's husband? Oh, Google him. He's everything she said he was. You can see it all in his face. So I believe you, Kelly. He needs to go to jail. Okay. Now, but Porsha says is Kelly is a liar, that she believes that all of this stuff that Kelly has said about her husband is not true, and that Kelly is saying it just to be on the show. I don't believe so. And let me just tell y'all why. Drew interrupts and says, well, wait a minute. Kelly's husband, reached out to Ralph. So why is Kelly ugly husband? Because he is ugly, y'all. Y'all got to go look at him. He ugly. So why is his ugly is calling Ralph, telling Ralph that Kelly had him locked up? No, sir. You did not pay your child support. That is why you got locked up. Don't blame Kelly for that, because they said that that's why you was locked up, allegedly. Now, Kelly also goes into saying, and this is true. She says, listen, I got a restraining order. Now, Porsha goes on to say, asks, Phaedra, like, well, how can a person get a restraining order? Well, here's the deal. You cannot get a restraining order on somebody based on lies. Now, if you went down and lied on somebody and they didn't show up for court, yes, you're going to get a restraining order. But I believe Kelly's husband came to wherever it was in court, and the judge ruled that she needed a restraining order on that MFer because he is weird. I mean, y'all just go look at him. I mean, if you have you ever saw somebody and you be like, yeah, whatever they said about you, you did it. That's how Kelly husband looks. So we're going to leave it at that. Kelly husband looks like, I ain't even finna say that, but Kelly husband, just he ugly. That's all you need to know. They speak on the judgments. Kelly got all, I don't know how many judgments, but I know for sure there's one. So she talks about, that she's pretty much has started to pay on this judgment. And I'm just like, girl, you shouldn't have a judgment. I mean, you should take the money that you're using for your dog, buying your daughter all these purses and all this elaborate spending and pay those folks. Right. Yeah, I believe everything Kelly said about his ugly ass, Miss Bartley, because that ninja is a mess. You got to just look at his picture and you're going to be like, yep, everything Kelly said, you did, big jughead. He looked like he drink beers every day. Y'all just got to see his face. But anyway, I believe Kelly. So Kelly got a judgment. She talks about, yeah, I'm paying it. I've been, paying it, which is good, Kelly girl. Pay your bills. One thing about me, I'm going to pay my bills before I buy food. Just being honest. Listen, your credit, listen, it means the world, honey. You got to keep your credit right. Kelly has expensive taste, okay? She talks about her dog. Her dog. Y'all heard DOG. The only thing our dog have to get is they shots. They got to be clean. They got to get food. We ain't taking that joker to no fucking spa. Is you got your mind? Kelly talking about her dog lives a fabulous life. Kelly, stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Now, Kelly was asked with regards to her friendship between her and Britt. Did she feel like her and Britt could ever be friends again? What y'all think she said? No. She said they would never be friends again. And from that, I wrote, Kelly is a mess. She's a mess because even in describing Britt, one of the things that I mentioned this before, she highlighted all the expenses. And I'm just like, I've learned this. Don't give nobody nothing that you want back. If you want it back, don't give it out. So I don't know how y'all feel about Kelly, but I just don't feel like Kelly is a good friend. I also feel like she latches onto Shamia because Shamia lived that life that they wish that they had. Okay. So I just feel like Kelly is not genuine. I think she's a social climber. That's just what I think about Kelly. You said they wasn't friends in the first place. Why does the black cast of Housewives got to be keeping up with the Joneses? I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know. Because listen, I live what Candy say? Well under your means. You know how some people live above? No, I did that before. I live under, honey, because listen, I'm not going to be living paycheck to paycheck, okay? Trying to pay this, trying to rob Peter to pay Paul. But yeah, the people do that. I think it also comes from low self-esteem. People feeling like, I got to have all this and, people going to like me. No, they actually don't. They actually don't. So I don't get that. Now, this is a part that I really liked, y'all. So they go on to talk to Angela, right? With regard, if y'all recall on this show, whenever they dealt with Angela, it was always about her husband. And that just really, really got on my nerves. I was so tired of them bringing up all of this stuff about Charles. And I just feel like Angela has to be very careful because these hoes don't have a man, let alone a husband. And this is exactly what these reality shows do. Make you and your damn husband get a divorce. So Andy went on to saying, Angela was not playing when it came to her husband. Then they showed the flashback of Phaedra making a statement saying, I didn't know Charles was married. Why would Charles need to tell you, Phaedra, that he married? He don't need to tell you this. He's married, okay? Then, of course, they had the flashback of Porsha saying that she heard something about Charles, okay? Porsha saying, I mean, if you're a woman and you got, you got a husband or you married and somebody say, I heard something about him. The first thing you say, what? You know what I mean? Because you're going to be like, what you mean? So Porsha was trying to tell Angela, yeah, I know something about your husband. Okay. Then Porsha saying, I'm a Charles, right? Then we got Britt. I heard her husband got a baby. So it's like Angela has been in every form of this show. It seems like she's been attacked. by the castmates. And the crazy part is, it is all related to her husband, which is really given to me, Angela. Watch your husband around them hoes, because I don't understand why they keep attacking your husband. Now, the one person that you see on this cast who do y'all see on the cast that has not attacked Angela's husband? Shamia. If I'm wrong, y'all let me know. I don't really recall Shamia doing anything other than laughing at Porsha's actions. I don't recall Drew doing too much more than, I don't recall Drew really saying anything about Charles. All these other women ain't even married. They're not even married. So you got all of these women who ain't married, don't got a man, and y'all want to keep talking about this lady husband. It's given you hoes are mad. That's what it's given. So what I liked about this is Angela got with that damn Phaedra, because she's like, Phaedra, you, for one, if y'all recall, it was a situation with Marcus. Now, what do y'all think? Do y'all think that guy Marcus got his information from Phaedra? What do y'all think? Let me know what y'all think in the chat, because it's been so much stuff that's been out there. People saying that Angela hired this guy named Marcus. And I'm like, why would Angela hire somebody to talk about her own damn husband? So what are y'all saying in the chat? Do y'all believe that Marcus was hired by Angela? You said yes. You said yes. So, okay. So if you think Marcus was hired by Angela, put a 1 in the chat. If you think Marcus was hired by Phaedra, put a 2 in the chat. I want to know what y'all think. What do y'all think? Because, I'm hearing that people saying Angela did it. But I'm gonna be honest. Why would Angela, after being attacked by her cast members, why would she want to have a man to come and say her husband is cheating on her again? I mean, and they're trying to say this already. I just don't. So somebody thinks it's Angela. A lot of people think it's Phaedra. I think it's Phaedra. Listen, I like Phaedra, but Phaedra lies too much. One thing we have on Angela is she seems very authentic. Now, I'm not saying Angela won't lie. We just have not saw her in that capacity. We don't know. Phaedra is a liar. Phaedra is a liar. Like, Phaedra lies so much. So Angela goes on to say, and she broke it down, like Angela has the receipts. So she has really peeled back the layers of this dude, Marcus. And pretty much this is what Angela said. Marcus's aunt Kimberly is friends with Phaedra's brother, and they all went to high school together. I don't know if y'all know anything about Athens, Georgia, but I have heard that it is extremely a small place, unlike a lot of other places in Georgia. So what Angela is simply saying is, girl, you and Marcus, y'all kind of like, y'all know each other. I feel like it was Phaedra. And let me just tell you why I feel like it was Phaedra. Did y'all see how Andy was... let me show it. I'm gonna show it. We're gonna play it. But did y'all see how Andy kept asking Angela, well, how do you know? And she's telling him, because of this, because of that. And Andy just keeps saying, well, so we got to get into it. Let's get into it.
I don't know, Kim.
This is a pattern.
What kind of pattern is it?
A pattern of lying.
You're not about what?
Do you want me to show
No,
you?
you can show me.
Okay, let me show you.
Yeah, you can show me.
Yeah, so.
Oh, fold.
Come on, file folks.
You done put the whole file cabinet, child.
So Angela comes with the receipts. She comes with the receipts. She's going to start to break it down. But what y'all going to notice is it almost seems like this was something aligned with production, because Andy is seemingly like, well, why would Phaedra do that? I mean, didn't Phaedra get put off the damn show for lying before? I mean, it wouldn't be out of her character to do this, would it?
This is Marcus.
That's the guy. Okay.
This is his aunt Kimberly.
Okay.
Okay.
Kimberly is friends with. Is this your brother? Is this your brother?
That's my oldest brother.
But look how Phaedra is looking at these damn pictures like she don't even know who these like it just gives Phaedra is such a damn liar that you really have to dig deep in the situation because you can't trust shit that she say. Like you can't trust anything that Phaedra says. Look at her look at that. She's looking like who is this woman? Who is this man? Look how she's looking.
Yeah.
So you all went to high school together. So there are only 2 high schools and 3 middle schools in Athens, Georgia.
Okay, so they went to high school together. So how did that man come on the show?
Andy, and this is what I'm saying. Andy is sitting here acting as if this is not some shit that Phaedra would have done. Phaedra made up a whole damn lie on somebody and never even fixed it. In fact, she still to this day have not addressed it. So okay. So I kind of feel like Andy in production kind of was in on this too because he is seemingly sticking up for lying ass Phaedra. And this woman is coming with receipts. So if Angela did this, okay, so why would she this? I don't know. It's too many ties to Phaedra.
And that's what I want to ask you, Phaedra.
I don't know that man.
He didn't just willingly give me your name. He tried to put it on Kelly.
Well, I heard that you coerced them to give
Never.
my
Okay,
name.
if he tried to put her.
So it kind of makes sense because if y'all recall, the man was saying, he was throwing out a lot of names, but what Angela is saying, he did not give Phaedra's information originally. He was saying that it was Kelly. He was saying that it was other people. And then he, came out and said it was Phaedra because what I also heard is that Charles and Angela know some people and that they were able to get information. And that is how they got the information that Angela has now.
On the other women, then what makes you think he was telling the truth about?
He went to high school with her sister. Really, Andy?
I'm from a family of 4.
I'm with Angela. He went to girl, you had to know this man. Phaedra, you need to stop these damn lies. Here we go again. I don't believe shit Phaedra says. I cannot. Phaedra lies extremely too much.
Plenty of people can go to high school with some of my siblings.
No, that's just no coincidence, Phaedra.
Did you have something against Angela?
Of course not.
Did you want to take Angela down?
Why would I want to? I don't even know her.
What it is
what y'all saying? What are y'all saying in the chat? Phaedra looks so small on that couch because they paid her a bunch of money, so they protected their investment. Exactly. I believe that she did. Angela's receipts didn't make any. Okay, wait a minute. Somebody said, let me see what you say. Where did I just see that? Okay, wait a minute. Where did it go? Somebody said Angela's receipts didn't make any sense. Okay, let's see what you said. I'm going to put okay. Angela's receipts didn't make any sense. She didn't prove anything. She didn't prove nothing. But Marcus went to school with her siblings. Okay. Okay, she did. Okay, so they didn't make sense. You just met her, but days, she is she's the oldest looking woman. Exactly. And that's another thing. Phaedra says she doesn't have anything against Angela, but she talking about how old she looks. She's talking about, I didn't know her husband. I didn't know he was married to her. So I don't know, Phaedra, girl. It's given that you lying again. It's given that you're lying again. What else y'all saying? What y'all saying in the chat? Angela got faketure spot on. Yeah, it's just, and again, JD's was it Lorraine J? It doesn't prove anything, but he went to school with her siblings. But I think what she's trying to do is find a connection. The way Phaedra was sitting there with that bad old bitty posture, I'm sick of her. I'm sick of the lies. You just met her. Yeah, she did say that. Phaedra trying to wear the city of Dubai on her head, and I wish she wouldn't. Her lying behind Phaedra. That is a hot mess what Phaedra got on her head. Look a mess. Look a mess. Phaedra, she could have did without the damn thing on her head. Okay, we got that one. What else y'all saying? Right. Somebody says she's a lawyer. All they do is lie. That's all what they do is lie. Right. That is true.
Phaedra is wanting to secure her spot.
I don't have to secure my spot because, baby, I got a guaranteed contract.
Porsha, what I found.
What kind of contract did Phaedra say she had? Y'all, I couldn't catch that. So Phaedra says she don't have to secure her spot. She has a what kind of contract? What kind of contract? Did y'all catch that? What did Phaedra say? Phaedra, like, I don't have to secure my contract. Maybe that's the problem. They need to get people that need to, that's trying to secure the contract. Phaedra goes on to say, listen, I've only been here for 10 days. And this is what I believe. I believe the fact that she was only there for 10 days, y'all got to think about it. They took her from Married to Medicine, brought her over there. I bet they told Phaedra, look, we need you to do something, give us something, make something happen. Because think about it. They gave Phaedra another opportunity after she left Married to Medicine. I believe they told her, look, we're going to take you over here. You got 10 days. We need you to make something happen. That's just what I think. I think that the reason why Andy is probably protecting her, they probably told her, listen, we need you to make something happen because, I mean, wasn't shit going on.
Alarming about you is you are so eager to believe she's telling the truth. When everything you've been through with her, you said that you think I set that up.
I'll tell you.
And that's another one. Porsha. Now, you know what you went through with Phaedra. And you said that she told you a lie. And in all honesty, I think Porsha should have been off the show too, because even though, Phaedra told her, she kept telling it and talking about it. So, hey, I believe Marcus was hired by Bravo. Ooh, this is a good one. Let me see what you're saying, Felicia. Let's see. Felicia says, I believe Marcus was hired by Bravo or Angela because I found it interesting that Charles never looked up or stepped to Marcus, a man all up in his white face pointing and talking. Wait a minute, Felicia, I think you missed it. He did step to Marcus. You didn't see that episode? Oh, yes, he did. He actually did. You didn't see, I think you probably missed the episode. He actually did step to Marcus. You got to go back and watch, Felicia. He actually did step to Marcus. Charles tried to prevent Marcus from coming back into the event. And Angela said, no, let him come. Because at that time, Angela was trying to get the information from Marcus. So at least she made it seem like, why in the hell were Charles and Angela... Wait a minute. Why in the hell were Charles and Angela make all his foolery out? The bride is jealous because she got a husband. Okay. Patricia, they said Angela set up and he told his ex that Angela wanted a confession out of her husband. So I don't know, y'all. It just seems crazy that Angela will want to make her husband look crazy. I don't know. Maybe, I don't know, y'all. It's just, so Angela, essentially, if y'all saying y'all believe Angela has something to do with it, Angela complained about people constantly wanting to drag her husband. So y'all think she did this? I mean, I don't know, but I think it was Phaedra. I don't think it was Angela. I really don't think that it was Angela. But hey, if y'all think it was Angela, but some people thought it was Phaedra.
Why would you say that?
Everybody's thinking this whole thing is so silly. Nothing about the guy and what he was saying looked real. The Junior, the Debo, or whoever he said.
Junebug.
The issue was real.
Well, and then if y'all get into what Porsha is saying, this is why it seems like this guy, because here's the deal, y'all. Sometimes people try to get me to go to these events I don't go, and simply because when y'all go to these events in Atlanta, like Married to Medicine, they have events. Real Housewives of Atlanta, they have events. You can go to these events if you want. But first of all, I'm not finna go to some event to film and give y'all free content. I can't talk about it. So essentially, you got to go buy you some nice outfit to wear, pay all of this money to be on a show you ain't getting paid for, and then you got to sign a release. So what that means is there would be no way that Marcus would be able to come in that event. You can't. You literally have to sign a release. You just cannot slip in these events. If y'all understand, not only are they filmed, they are heavily secure. Like, you don't see the security in, but they're there. So the fact that this guy could slide in like that, he had to have some workings either with production or somebody that was filming. I mean, there's no way that you can slide into these events. Yeah, so yeah, to go to these events, I'm not going. When I was young, I used to film on this show for free. It was like a dancing show. I think I probably was a teenager. And I remember we would be like dancing all day, but it was so exciting because I was a teenager. I would never do no shit like that again for free. I'm not going to nothing like that. You want me to pay to go there? I can't talk about it. Absolutely not. I'm not doing it. Okay, what is Felicia saying? Okay, Felicia said Charles was standing on the other side of the table, inches away, was the only person in their circle that did not hear. Yeah, Marcus was very loud, and it is okay. I know what you're talking about. Okay, I remember. Okay, you're saying when Charles was cooking. Yeah, I was wondering, but I don't know, like, you know what I mean, in terms of if he actually could hear or what. But I don't know. But I know, that next. But here's the deal, though, Felicia. We don't, because we did see Charles actually go at him. So maybe that was just his way of dealing with it. Like, I'm going to catch that in the hallway, because we saw that on the next episode. But if you recall, that was still a part of that scene. They just broke it up to be that next episode. So Charles probably did hear him. And he was like, oh, I'm going to get his ass outside. You got to understand, men handle stuff different than women. Like, a woman is going to stop and be like, look, I'm going to get at you. But sometimes men like, okay, I see you. I'm going to get you. It was Kelly. Pay attention when she toast. I was thinking Kelly too, because you know what? It was Kelly's event. I was thinking of Kelly too. Char J said it was Kelly. Pay attention when he toast. I was thinking that. I was thinking, because guess what? It was Kelly's event. It was Kelly's event. Like, I remember when Kenya had that event at her salon, I got an invitation to go to that. I'm like, I'm not going to that. I can't waste my time doing stuff like that. I'll just wait. I don't want to go. So do y'all think I really want to go to events and know what happened and just hold it forever? No, I'm not doing that. No. Angela told Charles. 7D said Angela told Charles. Yeah, but like I said, in that next episode, we did see Charles make contact with them. So just because he didn't react in that moment, he did react. Like, he reacted. He just didn't, stop doing what he was doing and run over there. But at some point he did. But like I said, the way, men deal with stuff is not the way us women deal with stuff. So he probably did hear. He was like, I'm going to catch his ass. And he did, because he was like, you're not coming back up in here. So he did. Angela knew it was faketure and was shocked. You said, is Kelly sneaky? I don't. So, Kelly is, I'm not really sure about Kelly. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not really sure about Kelly. I feel like the situation with Britt, and in all honesty, you can fall out with your friends. I just think her reasoning was a little crazy. If y'all recall, when the show first came on, Kelly was Team Britt. You went from being Team Britt to not Team Britt. I just feel like she didn't want to be Britt's friend because everybody had abandoned her. And I just feel like that's not what real friends do. So I don't know about Kelly. I think Kelly may be a clout chaser. I don't know what y'all think, but to me, she seemed like she may be a clout chaser. What else y'all saying in the chat? So somebody thinks it was Kelly. I mean, it was her event. It was her event, so it could be. But wait a minute. Well, if you say it was Kelly, then the information, though, that Angela has collected kind of points at Phaedra. So what do you think about that? What are your thoughts? I don't know. Mode or culture? I don't think Angela I don't think Angela set that up to make herself in charge. That's all I'm saying. Angela, one thing I've learned about Angela seems to be the most down to earth person. I mean, Angela has a whole husband, obviously they not broke. Angela was look, I got these properties. These jokers gonna be foreclosed on. None of them hoes would say that. Kelly running around here thinking she richer than Candy Burris, honey. She is, these girls don't give real life. They give lies. So that's what I'm saying. I don't think that Angela would do that. I think Angela, if nothing else, I think she definitely respects her husband and her marriage. Kelly's life is closer to life more than it is Britt before the divorce. I don't know what that means. I don't see how something is Kelly. Yeah, I mean, it was her event, but with all of the evidence pointing to Phaedra, I don't know how Kelly would have did that, because it seems like, all of this information is saying that it's Angela. Yeah, I look at Angela as a very mature person. I mean, if you guys recall, Angela was told about Shamia and Porsha's relationship from Shamia. If y'all recall, Angela didn't say anything about it. She only brought it up because she said she felt like her and Shamia had built up their relationship and she thought that they were in a good place. But then Shamia was pretty much laughing when Porsha was, basically saying, I should F her husband. And, at that point, she was like, okay, now I'm finna tell Shamia's secret. So I think Angela is very mature. I think she knows how to play this game very well. I don't think that she would actually make herself look crazy, because, I mean, that's what it was given. Kelly has more in common with Shamia than she do. Oh, you said Kelly has more in common with Shamia than she does Britt. I don't think any of the ladies have anything in common with Britt. I think Britt is a little delusional. And if y'all remember, when the show first came on, I bet y'all don't remember what Britt said. Britt actually admitted to having a problem when it comes to building a relationship with women. Y'all don't remember that? She talked about that. Britt said her life has always been women not really liking her. So Britt don't got nothing in common with nobody. And I think it's solely her relationship. I think she definitely ruins relationships because she said that. They are all jealous of Angela. I really believe so, because as I said here on my notes, you got Phaedra making comments about somebody's husband. Porsha done said she gonna F him. Then she said she heard something about him. You got Britt saying he got another baby. Oh, and Kelly said it too. So it's just like, it's giving something, because I mean, Angela's husband is on the show as a support to his wife. He ain't really on the show like that. Not at Kelly's event. He stepped to Marcus at Charles' Oakley Foundation event. Wait a minute. Oh, you're right. But not the initial scene when he approached Angela. Oh, you're right. They were, you know what? I forgot. That was two totally different events. Yes. Which, wait a minute, y'all. I left something. Okay, you're right. Okay, you're right. You're right. Because at Kelly's cooking event, they put him out. You're right. You're right. I forgot about that. So I don't know. I don't know why Charles didn't say anything at the cooking event, but you're right. I forgot about that. So he was somehow invited to Kelly's event. He was escorted out, but then he showed up at Charles' event. You're right. I don't know. That's a good one. I forgot. They were two separate events. I didn't even realize that. But yeah, you're right. Yeah, I don't know. What are you saying? That's why I keep my relationships to a minimum. I just don't have time. I don't got time for that either. I heard that. I ain't got time for it either. He said Charles should sue them. He ain't gonna get shit. He probably Charles, y'all know what? I actually love Charles' personality. I know everybody be like, he don't love her. That is not it. Charles is secure in who he is, and he don't give a damn what people got to say about him. That's what that is. Charles, he's an older man. The older you get, listen, y'all, I done told y'all I'm old. Listen, I may not look it, but the older you get, you don't give a damn. Listen, y'all, I wore something the other day, and listen, I said, look, I'm putting this on. If they see my ass, then they just saw it because I'm wearing it. Yes, I did. When you be like, I don't care. Okay. You get tired. You just don't care. And Charles don't give a damn. Charles like, look, I don't care what y'all say. Charles don't care. So I don't even think it's that he don't love or like Angela. He just himself. Like he gonna be who he is, and that's that. And I like that about him because I feel like Charles is gonna be himself. He don't care what people think, and that's really the way that you gotta live. Because in all honesty, these people don't give a damn about you. Like just live your life, love yourself, and don't care what people think. Okay, let me see what this one says. Child, Porsha brung Phaedra and did that because she knew she was already falling out with Shamia. She brung her to back her up. You think Porsha did it? Okay. You think Porsha did it? Okay, that could be it. One thing about Candy, she doesn't floss her money. Right. And see, that's how you know the people who got money and who don't. Because the broke people, they be always got to let you know that they got it. Please. Charles is from a different generation. These young girls are used to these emotional men. Exactly. Say it again. They are used to emotional ass dudes. Like Charles don't give a fuck. And I love it. Charles don't care what nobody think. He really don't care. And he really don't like them. He just really going along with it for Angela. He don't even really like them like that, to be honest. And I love it. I mean, I love it. But Angela, you better watch your husband around them hoes, especially Porsha, child, because she like to do stuff to people's husbands. Yes, he an OG. Phaedra owes Porsha favors for their Candy stuff. Okay. Candy should have sued both of them hoes. Let's teach them a lesson. Because Porsha was no more innocent than Phaedra was. She was no more innocent, especially when they say Porsha had them been texting Candy, all type of little weird shit, talking about she wanted to get with her and all that. Candy should have just sued their ass. Because Porsha wants to play victim anyways. What else y'all saying in the chat? What is y'all saying in the chat? What y'all saying? What y'all think about what Britt Edie posted? What do y'all think about that? I mean, to me, it's giving delusion. What y'all think about this? Wait a minute. It's just, something ain't right with her. This lady, she's, I guess she's going to sue the network, but then she posted this. No Britt, no reunion. Girl, do you know how long this show been on? This is what she posted. What was the reason for it? I don't understand. Charles reminds me of my dad. He's quiet, don't fuss, and don't like BS, but will stand 10 toes down for my mom. Yes. Oh, Shamia and Angela are the only ones married, huh? And Drew, for now. They are the only two wives on the show. I mean, Drew, I guess her and Ralph, they've been getting divorced for the last, 3 damn seasons. I'm starting to think Drew and Ralph's whole divorce is for a storyline. It don't take that damn long. Yeah, Britt is weird. Like, something ain't right with her. Somebody said, I believe production set up the whole scene and everyone was in on it. Yeah, because he couldn't sneak in there like that. You just can't sneak in those, when they're taping, you can't sneak in. For one, you have to sign a release. You have to agree not to film. So you just don't get to come in like that. So there's no way that this guy just slipped into this event unnoticed. Like, it just don't work like that. I told y'all, I have gotten plenty of offers to go and do certain stuff. I ain't doing it. I'm not doing that. So you want me to film for free? You want me to spend all of this money on outfit to go? Then I got to pay this and pay that. No, I don't want to go. I don't want to go to that. I don't want to go. I don't want to go. Yeah, there's kind of like no way that this guy would have been able to sneak in there. There's no way. They got security. It's just, I believe that maybe that is why Andy is protecting Phaedra, because he knows that it was part of a setup, because you just can't sneak in. How you do that? So how you just gonna sneak in and be filmed? So you just gonna sneak in, walk up to Porsha and be like, girl, why you steal that lady husband? No, it don't work like that. No, it does not work like that. It don't work like that. Don't work like that. It don't even work like that. I couldn't be in a marriage like what Angela has. I want passion, affection. Charles don't give. Oh, that's a good one. Okay, give me a second. I like that. But you know what? I'd rather be without affection than be with a cheater. Because I don't believe it's a situation where he doesn't give her affection. It may be that he really doesn't like to be filmed. Maybe he's just, supporting her on the show. Because, he could be affectionate. Maybe he just don't want us to see it. But if I had to pick a cheater or somebody that's not affectionate, I'm going to pick the not affectionate, because I'm going to be honest. Shit, I ain't all that affectionate all the time either. And in all honesty, to be serious, I like to sleep alone. So is it a way that we can have our own room? Shit, I'm just being real. I just like to be in my own damn bed. I like to sleep in the middle of my king size bed. So I don't know. What y'all think? Y'all think Charles affectionate? It all happened after Phaedra. Wait. It all happened after Porsha said she will sleep with that lady husband. That's a good one. Porsha wanted the light off her and bring in Phaedra with the tea. That's a good one. That's a good one. That's a good one. I like that. That's true. It did all happen after Porsha said she wanted to sleep with that lady husband. I ain't even think about it like that. See, y'all be thinking. Y'all be really thinking. But Keisha, Charles is not affectionate. He's not romantic and loving. Oh, okay. I see. I can go with that though, because I'm gonna be honest. Some days I don't want nobody to touch me, so I can go with that. I'm gonna be honest. I don't want you to keep trying to touch me. I can go with that. I can go with that. I'm telling you, I could deal with that. I don't want nobody to keep trying to touch me all day. Get the hell away from me, because I'm telling you, sometimes I don't want to be touched. Listen, if I got married, we can really have our own rooms. I'm just being honest. I be liking to sleep by myself. And sometimes I don't want folks to touch me. I'm just being real. Hey, we got to know what we want. Charles is being a grumpy old man. Listen, Charles be cooking though. See, listen, if I had somebody that can cook, hey, because if you think that I'm going to be cooking, find somebody else. Find somebody else. Yeah, I ain't finna do it. Now we can switch if you want to switch off, but if you think that you finna eat based on me, please. Mo love beauty. Yes, everybody has a different love language. Maybe Angela doesn't need that. Maybe she's okay with Charles. I like him. He's the kind of dude I like. Yeah, me too. I like Charles. I do. I like Charles. He would definitely be my type. I like Charles. And he cook and clean. You know the type of guys I hate. I shouldn't say hate. The kind of guys I don't like is ones that think the woman's supposed to cook and clean all the fucking time. Who told you that? Who told you that? Why you can't cook? Why you don't know how to clean up nothing? No, no, no. I can have a less affectionate person because, like I told y'all, sometimes I don't want to be bothered. And in all honesty, we can have our separate bedrooms and we can meet up. Y'all know when, we meet up. But listen, you ain't got this. We can have our own beds. I'm just saying. So did y'all like the show ultimately? Like, what do you rate the episode? I said a 5. What y'all think? What would y'all rate the episode? I give it a 5. I mean, it was all right. Did y'all watch it? Some people said they didn't watch it yet. But I give it a 5. Oh, you said an 8. Okay, an 8. I said a 5. I mean, I've saw better. Blogs Girl said a 3. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, so mode or culture. Mine is, my name spelling is, it used to be different. I realized when I got older that they had messed it up on my birth certificate child. I'm like, look, it's just gonna be messed up. But yeah. Yes, ma'am. We got the same name. I always thought when I was younger, like, dang, when I get older, my name gonna be Keysha. That sounds childish. Be like, I think my name need to be like a Pam or something. But yeah. So y'all, somebody said a 3, somebody said 8. I said about a 5. It was okay. Y'all, I've been watching this show on Netflix, y'all. Let me see if I can tell y'all the name of it. What's the name of it? Name of this show. I've been watching this stuff on Netflix. Have y'all ever heard? I'm finna share my screen so y'all can see what I'm watching on Netflix. This show is good. Like, I am so into it. I'm about to get off and watch it right now. I'm gonna show y'all this. Have y'all ever heard of this show right here? Unseen. Anybody ever saw that? Man, it's good. Ooh, it's really good. Somebody watched it? Oh, you said I love it. Okay. Y'all been watching this show called Unseen on Netflix. When I tell you it's so good, it's really good. Yeah, it's only part 1. But part 2 seems like it's going to be a lot better. Have y'all saw the reviews on part 2? Okay. Boggs Girl said, what is it about? Ooh, okay. Let me see where to start. Okay, so this lady, her job is a cleaner. Now, you would think a cleaner is, somebody that cleans up. That's exactly what she does, but she works around criminals and she sees like a lot of different things. So her husband ultimately was, he had got into some criminal activity. He had ultimately ended up getting killed, and it's kind of hard to explain. Her son get killed, and she kind of become a criminal herself and trying to find out what happened to her husband and her child. It's good. I can't even explain it. The show is good. It's called Unseen on Netflix. Felicia Wilcox, you said I agree with you about Drew and Ralph divorce. Yeah, I don't believe it. I really think that it's like a storyline thing. It's not. Yeah, they're divorced. It don't take this long. 7D, you say you're gonna check out what? Unseen? Oh, it's so good. I'm telling you. I don't even watch TV, but normally I watch TV on the weekends. So I was like, let me go and find something on Netflix. Because typically what I'll do is I'll find something on Netflix, and you know how you just keep watching the episodes. This show had me hooked. When I tell you it's so good, it comes on good. Y'all know how the shows, you watching stuff and it takes a minute to kind of lead up to the good part. Is real good. It's good. Yeah, she's a cleaner, and You just gotta watch it. You know, her husband end up getting killed, and it's real good. So when it first come on, she's waiting for her husband to get out of jail. Keep in mind, her husband kind of got into like some criminal activities, but he never. So she was waiting for her husband to come home. He never come home, to find out he was released and he went to live somewhere else. But he went to live somewhere else because some people was after him. You just got to watch it. It's good. It is really, really good. I get it. Sometimes you want your space. I don't think about that part. A man all over you, being hella affectionate, being a lovey-dovey pest. Yes, you got, yes. This show is good. It's really good. Yes. Go watch it. It's called Unseen on Netflix. Listen, I had to pay my Netflix bill today. It's like, wait a minute, because I had to get a different card, and I went to log in. It was like, update your payment, and I updated it and watched this. It's really good. Well, y'all, I'm about to get up out of here because I'm about to go watch my show. What y'all got some more questions? Y'all are good. Now, tomorrow, I'm probably going to be talking about Shamia, because y'all, I'm thinking Shamia is a little liar. Shamia, when the show first started, I was like, oh, Shamia, I don't know. Shamia is giving Porsha to me.
Lakeysha Keysha, queen of the plot. Hit that below, 'cause the team don't stop. Sit back, don't miss nothing.